I know that because I am a business owner, I know that some of the boundaries I had to set early on, we talk about start out like you're going to hold out. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. I'm going to use that every day for the
I
rest of
have
my
to
life.
credit my friend for that. I wish I'd come up with it, but it's so good, right?
I took my husband aside and I said, as I'm in business for myself, you have a lot of say in what happens. And so I want to set a boundary right now up front that if I ever have to make a decision between us or my business, I will always choose us first. And so my boundary was I choose us. And I said, please don't
Yes.
ever let me forget that. And it's interesting because there are nights, I hate to confess this, and if you guys are watching, don't repeat this. But there are nights I kind of white like work past quitting time. And it's like 9 o'clock at night. My husband pops in the door. He's like, are you going to eat dinner tonight? Are you going to make me any dinner? Are you going to
Mhm.
wrap it up for
Oh,
the
are we gonna
night?
connect it all tonight, or are you just gonna work all night? Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, no, I want a deadline. I gotta keep doing this," and he's like, "Is this where you decide between the business and us?" And he reminds me of those
Ooh,
boundaries. I'm
that's
like,
good.
"Whoa, wait a second. I did say it was us if I ever had to make a choice, and right now you're asking me to come clean on that. You're asking me right now to make a choice."
Mhm,
And I will
mhm.
always drop what I'm doing and I will like, "Yes, wait, I did make that choice." So my question for you is, at what point do you have somebody hold you accountable for the boundaries that you've set?
I think at any point, frankly, I, accountability is so very important. In both of my businesses, I have my identified people who hold me accountable and who know what to look for me. I also have a family too, and I have a young kid, and there's some inherent boundaries there. So it's not about, and I think this can get a little bit confusing because the situation you described with your husband was so perfect. It's not about control. It's not about someone's trying to control what you do and make you stop what you're doing. It's an expectation that you've set within the relationship. And then what you're asking for in that relationship is accountability and a conversation about that. And it sounds to me like your husband isn't calling that card in unless it's really necessary, right? Unless he's really seeing. So you want accountability from people that you trust, the people that you trust the most and who are invested in you. So get accountability going right away for anyone who's a business owner. And there's probably other people I'm betting that hold you accountable in your business that work with you and that say, I see you doing that thing. We want those people in our lives. Accountability is super important. I'm a big fan of it, obviously. That's part of what
Well,
coaching is. This is what I do as a coach too.
well, I know that I've hired a director of operations for my business for that very reason. Because if I'm in a meeting and I start to explain something that maybe is not today's priority, to me, it's perfectly like you got to know what I'm talking about right now. And
Right.
she'll call me on the carpet and say, "We do need to know that, but we don't need to know it today." And I'm like,
I
"Oh,
love it. I
right,
love it. We want
right."
those people on our team, right?
But I do think having an accountability partner is super important, especially if you work alone, because it's so hard
Yes.
to say, I've been making all these accommodations for other people because, like you said earlier, we need the money. We don't want the account to go away. We don't want those people to not like us. We don't want them to
Mhm.
take their business elsewhere. And so
Mhm.
we do what we think we have to do in order to keep the account. And
Yep.
as people pleasers, we fall short so many times because we're afraid people are not going to like us if we are not tough.
That's right. That's right. At the very least, we're worried they're not going to like us. At the worst, we think, oh, we're going to be fired and we lose the money, right? So both of those things are big factors. And you and I both are in the helping business, and all the folks listening right now probably, right? Because cleaning houses is it's we got into this for a reason, and we want to help people and we want to support people. And it's okay to have boundaries and to want to be paid well and to make good money with what we do. That's also okay, more than okay. It should be an expectation, right?